Video games are one of the biggest entertainment industries in the world, bringing in billions and billions of dollars per year. Video games have been around longer than almost everybody watching this video. They've become a huge part of the entertainment industry and haven't stopped becoming more popular since the first video game was made in the 60s. Most people, when they think of the first video game, think of Pong, which is actually made by Atari in 1972. But in reality, the very first video game was created on October 18th in 1958 by William Higginbotham. Most people can name at the very least one video game, as I'm sure most of you watching this right now can. One of the most recognizable games in history is Minecraft. Since its release in 2011, Minecraft has amassed 141 million active players worldwide. Another extremely popular and well-recognized game is Fortnite. In May of 2020, Epic, who is the creator of Fortnite, announced that Fortnite had a staggering 350 million registered accounts, with players spending 3.3 billion hours in-game during the month of April 2020 alone. As previously mentioned, the first game was made in 1958, but what's happened between now and then? Up until the early 70s, all video games were played in public places known as arcades. Some games at these arcades you may know, including Space Invaders and Pong. But then in 1972, the very first at-home video game console, the Magnavox Odyssey, was released. It was with the Odyssey that Nintendo first became involved with the video game market. And as some of you may know, Nintendo is one of the biggest video game companies in the world currently. As time went on and at-home video game consoles became more popular, it brought life to more consoles you may have heard of, such as the SNES, Atari, Sega, and many more. Now we move on to a whole new generation of video gaming. In 1994, the PlayStation 1 was released. This had some very well-known titles on it, such as Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, and Resident Evil. Then, in 2001, Microsoft decided to join the video game industry with the Xbox. This would spark a console war for many, many years to come, seeing Xbox and PlayStation as the main two consoles. Xbox would soon become the home of one of the biggest video game series ever. This game was Halo. Halo completely changed the game with its amazing multiplayer and story. The Halo series is still going strong to this day with its most recent rendition in December 8th of 2021, known as Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is the first Halo to be able to be played on something other than only an Xbox. It is also the first Halo to have a free-to-play business model. Xbox and PlayStation are still rivals to this day, with the newest Xbox being the Xbox Series S and X, and PlayStation's newest console being the PlayStation 5. Now, more relevant, let's talk about how video games have changed in more recent years. One of the biggest changes to the video game history was actually Fortnite's release. Fortnite was a very unique game, and its business model completely changed gaming. Fortnite is a free-to-play game that regularly releases new content so the game never gets stale. That's why to this day, it still has millions of players after 4 years of being out. The way Epic Games, the owner of Fortnite, makes money from the game is by selling cosmetics in-game. These cosmetics do not give you an advantage in-game, but can change the look of your character. In more recent years, Fortnite has collaborated with lots and lots of companies to bring lots of cool skins. One of these skins being Master Chief from the previously mentioned Halo franchise. There are lots of well-recognized characters that you can play as in the game, such as Superman, Batman, Flash, and many, many more. Now, how exactly did this game change the gaming industry? Well, for one, its free-to-play model with so much free content showed gamers that they don't have to pay $60 to get an entire game that they could play forever. Before Fortnite, most games made you pay for their DLC, and there was not very much, such as the Call of Duty franchise. They would have 4 DLC seasons every few months, and you'd have to pay $15 for every single one. Another thing a lot of games wanted to try is the Battle Royale format that Fortnite was in. Call of Duty took that free-to-play with cosmetics and that Battle Royale idea and came out with Warzone, which is another one of the biggest video games at the current moment and has been running for quite a while. Personally, I think Fortnite is one of the biggest, most best things to ever happen to the video game industry because it really ushered forward that whole free-to-play idea and brought about a lot of free-to-play games from franchises we've never seen it from, like previously mentioned Halo and Call of Duty. A massive thing in video gaming is online multiplayer. Basically, all of the biggest video games of today have an online multiplayer of some sort, such as games we've mentioned a lot today: Fortnite, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo. Every game you can think of most likely has some sort of online multiplayer element. In these games, you can play with friends and do things that you couldn't do in a single player game. Now, that's not to say that there are no good single player games. There are plenty, like the God of War series, the Uncharted series, and many more. Call of Duty, Halo, and Battlefield actually have their own solo player modes known as the campaign. Now, a very large part of video gaming I haven't even started to go over just yet is PC. PCs are one of the best way to play video games, but also the most expensive. With a PC, you can do so much more than you ever could with a console, but it's not made directly for video games unless you get a specific version. The computers you see at school are not built for video games, but they could run something such as Minecraft. But being so weak, they really won't do it very well. Especially with games becoming more and more graphically challenging these days, PCs are a very good way to go, but also very expensive. In recent years, with the pandemic and all of the shortages, PC components have gone up tremendously in price. Even for a low to mid tier PC build, you could be looking at around $2,000 just for the computer alone. PCs have a huge catalog of games, and you can get really any game you could think of. There are some games that are either PlayStation or Xbox exclusive, and some are even Nintendo Switch exclusive, but there are a lot and a lot of games on PC. One of the main places to get games on a PC is from Steam. Gaming as a whole has been a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. It's brought me so many good times and so many good friends. I wish I could forever live those good old days of Black Ops 2 chilling with my friends after school trying to get a high kill game, but all good things must come to an end. But that's the magic of life. Once those good things are gone, you can always make some more good stuff. As of this year, Black Ops 2 is going to be turning 10 years old, and in that time there's been around 9 more Call of Duties released, all with their own good times. Now you may be asking, what the heck is the point of this video? It's to show you the magic of gaming and to honestly ultimately recommend it to you. If you need time to unwind and just have fun with friends, video gaming is where it's at. There's an infinite number of possibilities you can do with video games, and it just grows by the day. Especially with VR becoming bigger and more accessible, the future of gaming is very, very bright. So if you've never played a video game, I urge you, go pick one up. I will admit it can be an expensive hobby, but it doesn't have to be. So please, research some games, see what you think you'd like, and go try one. Even if you just play it for 10 minutes, I suggest just trying a game and seeing how you like it. Who knows, you may have another hobby. Thank you all very much for watching this video. I truly hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful day.